everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another DIY Monday. I am coming to you guys with a DIY on how to make a pair of leather and wood bead earrings, okay? If you would like to see how this DIY goes, please stay tuned. Okay guys, so here are the items that you will need for your DIY. You are going to need some leather cord, okay? I got this leather cord from Walmart for $10. I think it's like $9.99 and you get a whole lot, you guys. Like, you get a whole lot. You can make so many different projects with it. The next thing you're going to need is you're going to need some 20 gauge wire. You're going to need your wire cutters, your round nose pliers. You're going to need ribbon closures, okay? And you are also going to need 4 different sizes of wood beads, okay? So the sizes I have 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 12 millimeter, and 14 millimeter beads, okay? So you're going to need 3 different sizes to do this project. Now, you don't necessarily have to do 3 different sizes. It is going to be completely up to you. You can use whichever one of these you want to, and you can use that one size, and you can still make the earrings. But when you do it in different sizes, it gives it a different look. So if you would like to see this DIY, please stay tuned. Okay, guys, so the very first thing that you need to do is you're going to have to cut your leather cord in 3 different sizes, okay? So this is my medium size that I have already cut out. So you want to make sure that if you're doing a pair of earrings, which of course you will be, you're going to have to cut out 2 of the same length sizes, okay? So this is my medium size that I am going to go with. And I am just going to take my wire cutters and just snip that off. And then I'm going to do another size, which is going to be my smaller size. So that size is going to be smaller than my medium size, because you're going to do small, medium, and then large, okay? So you just want to measure it to see where it falls down with your cord. And we're going to go ahead and snip that right there, because you see how that is? That's what we want right there. So we're just going to take our wire cutters and snip that off. And then for the very last piece, which is the large, so we don't need that right now. We're just going to measure this up against that. And we're going to have to make it a little longer. Okay. And you'll know from the length of it how much space you're going to need. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and snip that right there. And we have all our 3 pieces. We have the small piece, guys, the medium piece, and then we have our large piece. And this is the order that we're going to be putting our earrings together. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 8 millimeter bead and we're going to put that on. Place that down like that. Then we're going to take our 10 millimeter bead, place this one on. Place this down like that. Then we're going to take our very last 12 millimeter bead and place this on in the middle. And place that down like that. Now you can actually see how this is going to play out. So the very next thing that we want to do is we want to take all 3 pieces. All 3 pieces, and we are going to connect them. This is what you should have, guys. Let me get these all together. It's going to be a little trying, but you can do it. And I just want you guys to see what you will have. This is what you will have. This is how your earring will come out. Okay? Okay, guys, so right now I am just trying to make sure that everything is measuring out the way I want it. I don't like how far down this bead is right here, so I am going to make an adjustment. I am going to bring it up, and that's what you're going to do. You want to bring it up to make the adjustment because you want them to fall kind of like underneath of each other. Bring it up a little bit more. And it's not going to matter about this side right here, so don't concern yourself with this side. Just this side. And as you can see, I finally have it. They are all lined up together. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take my wire cutters and snip this off right here. And then I am going to take my ribbon closure. Now this is also going to be a little trying. I'm going to place that over top of these. Place it over top of how I have this lined up. I gotta find me a little something that I can pinch when I'm trying to work on something. Okay, now see how this is? You're just going to place it right over top, okay? Now, this is long enough to fit over all of these rows of leather cord. So now I am going to take my round nose pliers and I'm just going to go in the middle and squeeze it. Just a tad bit in the middle, okay? Now I am going to go and I'm going to take my round nose pliers and just push that in, and because you gotta be, it's real gentle. Then I'm going to squeeze right here, squeeze right there. Then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side and squeeze it in. And once I get it in there, I know that it's not going anywhere. It is in place. So now I am going to just squeeze it on one side to make sure that it's in nice and secure, and then squeeze it on the other side. And we have our earring. Now, my suggestion to you guys is what you can do. The thing about leather is really soft. It's going to move around and all that good stuff. So what you can do is, it would probably make sense if you put something, just lay something over top of it to make it flat so that it won't be moving, to kind of like make it flat. Just lay something over it for a little while. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our wire and we're going to make a loop. And I didn't, you know what, I forgot to tell you guys, I am going to be putting some chain on this as well. So I'm going to make a loop like this. I hope you guys can see this. And then I am going to go up at the top and just push this through like that so that it can hang down like that. And I am going to place my round nose pliers over top and then go ahead and start wrapping this. Okay? And keeping it in place as I wrap it. Okay? So the very next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut off the excess with our wire cutters. Take our round nose pliers and squeeze that in so that it doesn't stick. And we're going to, I forgot to tell you guys, you are also going to need some. Okay guys, so I decided against the little beads. I was going to put the little beads on there, but I decided against it. So I am going to use silver bead cap. So I got one silver bead cap. I'm putting that on. And I'm going to go ahead and add my 14 millimeter bead. And then I'm going to add my, my last bead cap. And this is pretty much what you should have, guys. I hope you can see that. Now I am going to go ahead and make a loop. And of course, you know, you give it some indentation. That's what you should have, guys. And now I'm going to just start wrapping it around. But as you're wrapping it around, make sure that it stays lined up. And you're just going to keep going around. You want to make sure that it stays not lined up but in the center of the bead. Okay. All right, so this is what you guys should have. Mine's is a little crooked, so you want to make sure that you straighten it up. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut off the excess wire. And we're going to go ahead and squeeze that in. And just make sure that you check over it. Make sure that it is to your liking. Because if you decide to sell these, you want to sell your best work. You don't want to give people any old kind of thing. You want to sell your best work. So here we have it. So the very next thing that we're going to do, or the very last thing we're going to do, is we're going to put our fish hooks on. Well, so I thank you guys for tuning in today. Y'all have a wonderful, awesome week. A wonderful, awesome Monday. Peace and blessings. Bye, y'all.